Shalom Israel. What you're about to watch is part one of a short interview the Isupk had with Mrs. Victoria Scott Miller at her bookstore in downtown Raleigh, Liberation Station Bookstore. Recently, Mrs. Scott Miller made headlines when she revealed that her store and her family have been receiving numerous threats, and that Liberation Station Bookstore, which is North Carolina's first Black-owned children's bookstore, would be moving out of downtown Raleigh less than a year after its doors were first opened. Be on the lookout for parts 2 and 3. Enjoy the video.
Sure. Okay. So, as I stated with you, for 6 years, we have been rooted in the joy and liberation of Black children, right? And so, in light of the most recent events, we decided to only do one interview. We did that with WRL, and we did that because we're not going to exchange power from the work that we've done to exchange it from this moment. So we did. Go ahead.
When you say exchange power, what do you mean by that exactly?
So our body of work kind of speaks for itself, right? And it's full of joy, free from controversy, which our children don't deserve, right? In this particular moment, I don't want our story to be about the controversy that exists in this country. We see that when we turn on the news, right? And our children deserve a little bit better than that.
Would that be the case?
Sure.
What do you
so
you're trying to find a new location?
Yeah, so we're going to look for a new location. I want people to understand that we're not these threats did not force us out. We were up for renewal. And we have made the conscious decision to take into consideration what our full experience has been, the good, the bad, the ugly. Our lease is April 30th. And so we've made the decision to not renew. There are things that we want for our people, and because we're in the business of children, we have a responsibility to make sure that they feel not only physically safe, but emotionally safe when they come into a space. When we first moved here, there were 3 bank robberies on Fayetteville Street. There was a woman that was murdered in her car right around the corner. There was a drive-by shooting around the corner. So it's like all of those things that are happening around us and in the midst of us, compiled with our own personal experience. Our kids need a better place. And downtown Raleigh is great, but I want to be in a space that don't just want to look good and actually wants to be good and have those tough conversations about those who are marginalized that are also experiencing the plight of this right now.
So the substance is greater than the location.
Absolutely. We are pivoting.
If I may, when I heard the name of your organization,
you know where Charterville is?
Liberation in Harlem, where I'm from.
Yeah.
We had a bookstore called the Liberation Bookstore on 131st Street in Lenox Avenue.
Yes.
You heard of it?
Yes, I'm in Harlem. Yeah, I was just in Harlem.
And they were gentrified out. So that kind of like sparked my interest a little bit more because I knew the owner of that particular bookstore.
Yeah.
So that really sparked my interest was in Liberation Station. Of course, the host was a Liberation Bookstore, which she catered mostly to like Black history and things like that. And she was like gentrified out of Harlem. So I thought that might be also what was going on here.
So we're not being gentrified out of our space. No, we're not being forced out. Like
so
I
it's
said,
a conscious decision.
This is a conscious decision. It's like, well, we understand the magnitude of our work. We also understand the magnitude of our influence, right? And those are the things that we have to take into consideration. It's like, well, this body of work can be placed anywhere, which is why we named it Liberation Station, because it's about mobility, It's about the ability to be able to take our things and place them in something and create value and innovate from that space, which is what we've done. We originally started out as a pop-up in our 2011 Chevy Cruze in the back of our trunk as a family of 4, right? And I love the fact that despite what is happening, despite the negativity, like you get to see a Black family planted and rooted doing this work. You get to see a husband supporting. Why is my husband not here? Because he is uplifting our children. He's uplifting our children. He's working. Important. You get to see that, which is a powerful statement because what it says is that we're not an anomaly and that we don't just exist out in the wild. We are breathing and living and existing in the dailiness of our life.